Shalom Ak. Y'all by Shimmy al Shabrakatah. I had to change it. Cause it's hold up. Yeah. Yeah, it changed. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Y'all heard that. I'm sure y'all have heard of what Ice Cube has said about the DNC and about the Republicans and how both of them don't give a fuck about us. Oh, Shalom Akia, Aaron Jacobs, Yalba Shimmy al Shabrakatah, and Abba Babal. That's right. And I wanna, if y'all haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna play the video and then go into it, because these celebrities, they don't understand that this is not arrest. There is nothing that you can do to change this man. Oh, you just made a video? Con. Like, you need to get off that shit. Quit begging Esau to change. Cause he ain't gonna. I'm gonna play the... Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? And Ice Cube know he Israelite. He's actually came out against the so-called Jews. And he tweeted about us being the chosen people. About so-called blacks being the chosen people. He really need to come out with the so-called Latinos and Native Americans being the tribes too. Like, come out with the whole truth and the Israelite foreigners, and stop begging these devils to change, cause that's... Oh, you met the brother a few summers ago in your hometown, Pasadena. And how was he? He was very humble. Well, I don't know. He needs to. He may be afraid of these devils, but he needs to come straight out with it. Oh, Con. Well, did he talk about... What did he talk about? Like, did y'all talk about the truth? No, at that time, just small talk type shit. Con. Yeah. Ice Cube gotta stop being diet woke though. Hey, you know what? Since y'all have already seen the video of what he said, I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. Con. He need to put them on blast and say, and tell our people to stop voting and repent. Stop voting. Stop committing adultery. Stop killing each other. Stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. And he need to give credit to the man of the Lord, to the apostles of GMS. You need to shout them out. Cause he want Esau. He want Esau to save him. That's not gonna work out. Yeah, that's not gonna work out. And Ice Cube need to understand Micah 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the soul of destruction. He need to wake up. Cause and this is not our people's rest, and it's never gonna be our people's rest. Another one. We know Ice Cube, we know you be watching our videos. Got that full beard and shit. He didn't have a full beard like that before. That dude growing it out. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Oh, Con. Oh, that video popped right up. Oh, you're talking to the brother, Lord's servant. Con, this one. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Yet also he is wise, and will bring evil, will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Verse 3, Now the Egyptians are men and not a power, not powers, I guess. And their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down. They all shall fall together. So you go down to Egypt for help, which America is modern day Sodom and Egypt. Then you're gonna both this place, both Egypt, the modern day Egyptians, Esau, Edom, and you're gonna fall. So that's not the way. Making them earn your vote, like they're gonna tell you the truth in the first place. Apocrypha. That's trust not thy enemy. Oh, Con. That's a good one. Ecclesiasticus 13 verse 12. Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. Con. Yeah. Verse 3. Here's why. It goes on. The rich man had done wrong, and yet he threatened withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. When these jakes, even these celebrity jakes, speak up against the elite, speak up against the Jewish, they're forced to apologize, or their shit is taken away from them. By who? The real rich. These celebrities, they got chump change. They just got a bigger crumb than the rest of us. They the modern. Just cause you live in this devil's house, basically. Just cause you in this devil's house, and we in the field, we out there working regular jobs does not mean that like you better off. I think Ice Cube, he kind of understands that. That's why he's been bucking up, but he needs to go all out with it. Verse 4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. And you see that with these celebrities. You see that with our people in general. Because these devils are coming up with technologies. They're coming up with automation. But a way for them to use machines instead of our labor to run this country, to run the new world order. And so it's like we ain't worth nothing to them. And whether there's Democrat or Republican in office, and whether that candidate says that they're gonna give us reparations or not, then it don't matter, because you shouldn't even trust this man in the first place. Like this man once promised 40 acres and a mule to so-called black people, tribe of Judah. And what happened? What happened? What happened? Nothing. Yeah, verse 6. Wait. Verse 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear, will not be sorry for it. Hey, a lot of these celebs, they're starting to realize that. But verse 6, the Democrats. Oh, Con. Proverbs 24 verse 3. Though wisdom is a house builded, and by understanding it is established. Proverbs 24 verse 4. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Oh, through wisdom, Con. And so part of that wisdom would be a knowledge of who your enemy is and how he works. Yeah, which verse 6 is kind of how he works. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee, smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? So these devils, they will even promise reparations and shit. They'll even just to get you to keep supporting the system, and so you won't wake up. Con. Like Esau Edom studies us. They know what makes us tick. So we need to study these devils. And hey, for Ice Cube though, hey, bro, you already kind of know how these devils work. Someone like you, who's a celebrity, you need to come out with it and not be like the rich man, the rich young ruler. Oh, Con. That's a precept to the other verse that I brought out. Con. Woe to the rebellious children, say Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2, that walked to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So instead of calling on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, calling on him to deliver us, calling on him to put curses on this place, you going down to Egypt for help. You going to the same devils that enslaved you for help. How does that shit make sense? It makes no sense. Con, and that's why that verse you brought out. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be your confusion. Yeah. Verse 4, for his princes were at Zone, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help, nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. But a shame and also a reproach. These Democrats, they're like the Egyptians. These Edomite liberals. They push everyone else's agenda, but the agenda of the Israelites. Everyone else, they be on fire for the LGBT, like, and the Republicans, they ain't gonna be no different. They both be doing the same shit. Trump and Biden, they both racist pedophiles. Verse 6, the burden of the beasts of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion. So our people, they're like especially Judah. Judah is like an old lion. Judah has been like an old lion. He's just now getting roused up. The viper and fiery flying serpent, they will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasure upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. So all our support, giving all our support to these political parties, when both of them are run by a bunch of devils, that they're all they gonna do is lie. Verse 7, for the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. There I cried concerning this, their strength is to sit still. So their strength is like, it don't help them do shit. It's to sit still. So yeah. Ice Cube, you need to stop playing for real. Cause this is a warning to a rebellious people. You know, you not calling, you not going full out. You're not telling our people, using your status as a role model to lead our people to the truth, like the 100% truth, the 144% truth. You being rebellious. I mean, that's another one too. Like, that's another one too. Hold not thy peace. Oh, 2nd Ezra 2 verse 47. So we answered and said unto me, it is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh. So, those that actually go all out and keep doing so all the way to keep riding till the wheels fall off, basically. And don't care what this devil does. Like, they're gonna get their reward. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, verse 46. Then say I. Yeah, it's speaking about the elect. Yeah. Verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of Yahweh. Verse 39. Oh, yeah. Which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of the Lord Yahweh. Verse 40. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Lord Yahweh. The number of children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord Yahweh that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. Verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number. That's that great multitude. And they all praised Yahweh with songs, or Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh with songs. Verse 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, whom I marveled at greatly. That's Yahweh Shai. Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And verse 45, he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, so them glorified bodies, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Verse 46, and then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? That's that verse you brought out. It's the son of Yahweh. So he answered and said unto me, It's the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then I began greatly to command them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, because they confessed the name of Yahweh Shai. That Ice Cube, that's what you need to do. Alright, what you've been doing is not enough. And can't be like the rich young ruler. You know, he had everything. He was like a celebrity. Yeah. And you got all this through selling out. So you come against these elites for real, like you bring out the whole truth. Like you don't have to give up a lot. Verse 20, just like this young man was asked to do. The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? You know, which is not the case with you, of course, but we was back in the land and we had our heritage and everything. Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. And Ice Cube, I mean, you got all this, right? You need to use what you have gotten. You need to use what you've gotten to support the men of the Lord. Like, give tithes. Give tithes to the apostles. Give tithes to the men of valor, to the elders. And I mean that's when. I mean, actions is louder than words. That's when we gonna know that you you really down with the cause. Proverbs 16 verse 16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding what rather to be chosen than silver? You know, because I don't, that goes into you gain the whole world but lose your soul. There you go, Khan, that's the spirit. I was thinking of that exact verse. That's something that you gotta understand. That what you have in this world right now, like, it's chump change compared to what you gonna have, especially you get that VIP ticket. You get on the chariots and get that VIP ticket to the kingdom. That's gonna be like living in a box on the streets. Compare the two situations, and it's gonna be like a lot like, what the hell was that? Yeah. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of Yahweh. Oh, yeah. Go 1 Kings 18 verse 1. And it came to pass after many days that the word of Yahweh came to Elijah in the 3rd year, saying, Go show thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain unto the earth. Not really sure what that's going into. Cause like, I see what you may be going into. You may be trying to say, let me get Mark 8:36 first. Well, this word has gone into the gates of the nobles, and a celebrity come out with the actual truth. I mean, hey, the nobles, which today they're Esau Edom, they gonna shit themselves and lose their shit. Yeah. This right here, verse 34. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples, and he said unto them, Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. This was after Peter said what he said. Nah, you ain't gonna die. You ain't gonna die, Yahushua. You ain't gonna die. Like, this was, and he rebuked them, called him Satan. Because Satan jumped on him to say that. Because he was trying to get him not to follow through with it. Verse 35 though. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it. So there you go. Hey, even if they end up sacrificing you, like, you're a martyr. You're gonna rise. You get sacrificed for this truth, and you're gonna rise. You're gonna be the first to rise. You're gonna die an honorable death because you're dying for this truth. Verse 36, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul? But the other hand, if you don't, it's like you honoring that. It's like you're still linked in. You're still in league with this devil, like, because you're unwilling to support the truth. You're unwilling to burn that bridge, basically, because you're scared of the consequences. Or what, verse 37, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Oh, Khan, there you go. Oh, Matthew 13:22. He that also receives seed among the thorns is like he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Khan. Matthew 13:22. Yeah. And also verse 22. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy received it, yet hath he not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. So he falls back because of the hell he catches. And this is kind of what you're doing. You hear this truth, but you're too scared. You're too scared to catch hell for it, or you've already caught enough hell, so you're like, you shy away from coming out with the Nick Cannon. Khan, he bowed to these devils. He bowed to Haman. He was an Amalekite. Verse 22. Yeah, what you brought out. What you brought out, Ak. He also that received seed among the thorns is that he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Nick Cannon, he sold out to Esau. He's a rich young ruler too, and he represent and also let's go to that. Also, you know how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they did not bow to that statue. It's compared to these two situations. And Mordecai did not bow to Haman. Even Mordecai was not the only Israelite in the land. He would be like the Israelites that sold out, and bowed to Haman. The Israelites that consented unto during the Maccabees. Oh, they did not bow the knee. They were not coons. Yeah, let me get to it. Daniel on the statue. Wait. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let me just look that up. Daniel's enemies licked the dust off his feet. God, when he was thrown in the lion's den, he didn't cave. And these devils, they're like roaring lions, seeking whom they may devour. Khan, hey, they was thrown in that bitch. They was thrown in that bitch, and they didn't surrender. Khan, he didn't freeze up like some punk, Khan. And yeah, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they threw him in the furnace. Verse 23, and these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonied, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the son of Yahweh. So you stand for this truth. You stand up to these devils. Yahweh shall stand with you. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High Power, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth out of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. They wasn't even touched. They was fireproof. They wasn't even touched. Yahweh Shai had that force field around them. So, hey, you don't know it. You might just get delivered from that situation. I mean, these, and then lions, Daniel and the lions den, right? So from fire, which would burn everyone else up. Nah, it's after that. Yeah, that's when Darius was king of Persia, Khan. So, yeah, Ice Cube, you gotta be more like these men. There's actually many examples of men in the Lord catching hell and getting delivered, almost getting put to death, getting delivered. These are just a few of them. trying to look for that Daniel in the lion's den account. Oh yeah. Hold up. Nah, this ain't it. Let me just look up lions den. All right. Oh, it's chapter 6. Yeah, because these accounts, both Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and of Daniel, they're like, they could be applied to you, Ice Cube, because you basically, you and Esau's, you linked in with the elite of Esau, so you're like in Esau's house, basically. Daniel, like, it was a different situation. You didn't have to do wickedness to be with the nobles during that time. Let me just get straight to the point. Hold up. Yeah. Verse 7. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any power or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions. They was plotting. You read y'all know the story. They was plotting on Daniel. Verse 8. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Verse 9. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Verse 10. Now when Daniel knew, Khan, hear my voice. Psalm 64 verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Psalm 64 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And that's what Daniel faced back then. That's what we face today. Anyone that's about this truth. Really all Israelites in general, but especially the Israel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Anyone that is about this truth is gonna face this, especially if you a celebrity. If you a celebrity, you know this truth and you trying to buck up. Like you're gonna face this secret counsel of the wicked. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, so he knew that it was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his power, as he did aforetime. So he did the same thing. He paid no mind to that unrighteous decree. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his power. Verse 12, then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition, Salakia, of any power or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Then answered they and said before the king that Daniel, which is of the captivity of the children of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king. Hold on, Akim. Hold on. Gotta pause. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go take care of something real quick. I'm probably gonna have to wrap this live up soon. We'll see though. Khan. Shalom, yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap it up. I'm gonna try to get to the point. Yeah. They was plotting on this brother, man of the Lord. Regardeth not thee, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. Verse 14, then the king, when he heard these words, was so displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him, and he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him. Now at this time, the king had like some type of sense of right and wrong. Even the Persians, being heathens, they had they had some respect for our power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 15, then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree, no statute which the king established may be changed. Verse 16, then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy power, Yahweh, whom thou service continually, he will deliver thee. Verse 17, and the stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. So, because the ancient world kings actually had respect for our power. They knew of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua he was a terrible power if you missed around. And they had some sense. Verse 19, then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. Verse 20, and when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said unto Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, Yahweh is thy power, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions. Verse 21, then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. Verse 22, my power has sent his angels and has shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocence was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. So the point is, he got delivered. He disobeyed a righteous decree, or in your case, it'd be like, it's that agreement that you made with these devils. He disobeyed that and he get delivered. So, what makes you think that if you being sincere, you won't get won't get delivered? Because you can get delivered. You gotta have faith and not be scared of these devils. Yeah. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken out of the den. No manner was hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his power. So you just gotta have faith. You just gotta have faith that you won't be delivered. If you ain't got no faith, which not coming out with the truth all the way shows that you have no faith. Yeah. Woe be unto fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that go to. Ye that, verse 9, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. So he may have mercy on you, Ice Cube. Will be verse 12. You can't be fearful, though. You can't be faint-hearted. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Well, so you can't be faint-hearted if you really about this truth. You can't do it. And even if you go, you get into some shit with these elites, and they bring you down, and you're at a lower state because of what they did. You gotta be patient, or they putting you through hell because of what you did, because you came out with the truth. You gotta be patient, because verse 14, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when Yahweh shall visit you? Verse 15, they that fear the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. And you come out with this truth and you get killed, hey, there's good news for you. The dead in Hamashiach. Con. First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 1-6. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, that's Yahushai, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So you die, and you die bringing out the truth. Hey. The dead and Hamashiach shall rise first. Yeah, so really you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear from coming out with the whole truth. The name of the Lord, Yahweh, the name of the Most High, the name of His Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the Israelites being the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds, and the true, a so-called white man is Esau, Edom, including the so-called Jews, and you're not supposed to trust them. Which you expose the so-called Jews. So-called white men is Esau, Edom, and you're not supposed to trust them. They're not going to change. The wicked, they don't change, You shall see that his rust has still not gone away. This man is never going to change. So you can be, you can make that sacrifice and rise first, or if you don't, if you're alive and remain still, you're going to be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord, Yahweh Shai, in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, Yahweh Shai. You can be on the right side, on the right hand side, the right side of history, or you can trust your enemy that somehow he's going to change. And we are warned about that in Ecclesiasticus. Verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So you gonna know that this devil ain't changed, his rust has not been altogether wiped away. In other words, he's still wicked. He still hates you. He's still about his people, Esau, Edom. He's still racist. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. Don't put this man by you. Don't be friends with him. And thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. You're going to be regretting it. Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any that come nigh wild beasts? So who's going to pity you? Because we ain't going to pity you. You're going to be with the rest of these 2/3 that trusted Esau. And Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, they ain't going to pity you. Verse 14, so one that goeth, and that's what really matters, by the way. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with them in his sins, who will pity? There you go. Verse 15, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. And you have seen this. You have seen this. And it's always going to be this way. Refer back to the verses I just read. Verse 16, the enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. So they may say, oh yeah, we might give y'all some reparations, So, yeah. But in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit and concentration camps. And chip y'all, kill most of y'all. Kill in 2/3 he's gonna be able to kill. You don't want to be part of that number. Ultimately, you don't die by all these, you don't die by his hands like that, directly like that. You want to die. You want to die by the nukes. Jacob's trouble don't get you. He will weep with his eyes, but if you find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So he's just, don't let him, you trust him, you letting him get a chance. You're giving him an opportunity. Verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, or give, aka give y'all reparations, or bailout, like how you put it, yet shall he undermine thee. So it's plain he's not going to help you. Verse 18, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. So he's going to be like, these niggas are dumb. And clap his hand, basically whisper much. There you go, and change his countenance. Like, he's going to clown on you. And you don't want to be, you don't want to be regretting it, and he's clowning on you too. And so, yeah, you don't want to be one of them dumb niggas. So, I'm in it right there, Got to the point. I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners looking like the other nations, but their spirit birth witness that they're the children of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. Stay strong. Stay strong, Akim and Akwath, men and women of valor, elect men and elect ladies. See you soon. Yeah, right as I be that number, either 144 or 130, it don't matter. Yeah, right as I be that number. I don't see you soon, like live. Oh, I see y'all in the cherries. Shalom. Y'all about Shimmy al Shabrakatham.